Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. We're going to have a very, very quick show today because we have to do everything from the weekend until yesterday, and we'll look ahead to tonight as well. Let's just get right into it. We'll start with football. NFL, week number 9 in the books. Browns over the Bengals 41-16. Broncos over the Cowboys 30-16. Dolphins over the Texans 17-9. Falcons over the Saints 27-25. Giants over the Raiders 23-16. Panthers lose at home to the Patriots 24-6. Jaguars upset the Bills 9-6. Ravens over the Vikings 34-31 in overtime. Chargers over the Eagles 27-24. Chiefs over the Packers 13-7 without Aaron Rodgers. Cardinals over the 49ers 31-17 without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. Titans over the Rams 28-16. And last night, the Steelers over the Bears 29-27. All right, now we'll do college football. Like I said, this is going to be rapid fire because of time restrictions. So we'll quickly do college football from last weekend. We'll begin Friday night. BC over Virginia Tech 17-3. Utah over Stanford 52-7. Army over Air Force 21-14 in overtime. Number 1 Georgia over Missouri 43-6. Number 5 Ohio State over Nebraska 26-17. North Carolina over number 9 Wake Forest 58-55. Number 16 Ole Miss over Liberty 27-14. Illinois upsets number 20 Minnesota 14-6. Number 25 Pitt over Duke 54-29. UAB over Louisiana Tech 52-38. Kansas State over Kansas 35-10. Memphis over SMU 28-25. Miami over Georgia Tech 33-30. App State over Arkansas State 48-14. North Texas over Southern Miss 38-14. East Carolina over Temple 45-3. Texas State over Yale Monroe 27-19. Arizona over Cal 10-3. Number 6 Cincinnati over Tulsa 28-20. Number 10 Notre Dame over Navy 34-6. Number 11 Oklahoma State over West Virginia 24-3. TCU over number 12 Baylor 38-28 or 30-28. Number 14 Texas A&M over number 13 Auburn 20-3. Number 15 BYU over Idaho State 59-14. Number 21 number 21 Wisconsin over Rutgers 52-3. Charlotte over Rice 34-24 in overtime. Western Kentucky over Middle Tennessee 48-21. Penn State over Maryland 31-14. Rhode Island over UMass 35-22. Troy over South Alabama 31-24. Wyoming over Colorado State 31-17. Purdue over number 3 Michigan State 40-29. Arkansas over number 17 Mississippi State 31-28. Number 19 NC State over Florida State 28-14. Utah State over New Mexico State 35-13. UCF over Tulane 14-10. Marshall over FAU 28-13. Coastal over Georgia Southern 28-8. Number 2 Alabama over LSU 20-14. Tennessee upsets number 18 Kentucky 45-42. Number 22 Iowa over Northwestern 17-12. Boise State upsets number 23 Fresno State 40-14. Old Dominion over FIU 47-24. Colorado over Oregon State 37-34 in overtime. UNLV over New Mexico 31-17. Number 4 Oregon over Washington 26-16. Number 7 Michigan over Indiana 29-7. South Carolina upsets Florida in big time fashion 40-17. Clemson over Louisville 30-24. Iowa State over Texas 30-7. Houston over South Florida 52-42 or 54-42. Nevada over San Jose State 27-24. UTSA over Utah 44-23. Arizona State over USC 31-16. And number 24 San Diego State over Hawaii 17-10. All right, now move on to the NBA from the weekend. Like I said, rapid fire fashion. We will go over the games from the weekend and we'll look ahead to a small window for tonight. Friday, Nets over Pistons 96-90. Spurs over the Magic 102-89. Wizards over the Grizzlies 115-87. Cavs over the Raptors 102-101. Knicks over the Bucks 113-98. Clippers over the Timberwolves 104-84. Warriors over the Pelicans 126-85. Blazers over the Pacers 110-106. Kings over the Hornets 141-10. Saturday, Nuggets over the Rockets 95-94. Heat over the Jazz 118-115. Sixers over the Bulls 114-105. Mavs over the Celtics 107-104. Suns over the Hawks 121-117. Blazers over the Lakers 105-90. Sunday, Nets over the Raptors 116-103. Cavs over the Knicks 126-109. Magic over the Jazz 107-100. Wizards over the Bucks 101-94. Pacers over the Kings 94-91. Thunder over the Spurs 99-94. Warriors over the Rockets 120-107. And the Clippers over the Hornets 120-106. And last night, Knicks over the 76ers 103-96. Bulls over the Nets 118-95. Grizzlies over the Timberwolves 125-118 in overtime. Mavs over the Pelicans, 108-92. Nuggets over the Heat, 113-96. Warriors over the Hawks, 127-113. Suns over the Kings, 109-104. And the Lakers over the Hornets, 126-123 in overtime. Looking ahead to tonight, 7:30, TNT Bucks 76ers. Missing everybody under the sun. I project the Bucks by 2.25. No total. Didn't have time for that today. And it is the Bucks by 5.5. And Chris Middleton's out too, I believe, because of COVID protocols. Let's see about that. I guess Middleton out too. Worth another 4 points. So, are the Sixers now projected as a favorite? Yes. But is the question now, Tobias Harris, is he out? We're going to find that out in a moment here. I'm trying to be quick here. I'm sorry, guys, but I just need to see something. And it looks like Tobias is out. So, that's 3 points off for the Sixers. So, Milwaukee by 1.25 is my projection. I'm still taking Philly in the points, even though they're missing everybody. And that's just high. Hawks, Jazz, I project the Jazz by 7.5. It's 8. Total's 222.5. Probably going to go with the under. And then the Trailblazers and the Clippers, I project Clippers by 3.25, and it's 2.5. Total 221. I'm actually going to go with the over in that game. All right, NHL time. We will recap everything in rapid fashion form from the weekend. And we will look ahead to everything going on tonight. So, Friday night, Jets over the Blackhawks, 5-1. Oilers over the Rangers, 6-5 in overtime. Preds over the Canucks, 3-2. Ducks over the Coyotes, 3-1. Kings over the Devils, 3-2 in overtime. Saturday, Lightning over the Senators, 5-3. Panthers over the Hurricanes, 5-2. Red Wings over the Sabres, 4-3 in overtime. Maple Leafs over the Bruins, 5-2. Golden Knights over the Canadiens, 5-2. Wild over the Penguins, 5-4 in the shootout. Flyers over the Capitals, 2-1. Blue Jackets over the Avs, 4-2. Islanders over the Jets, 2-0. Flames over the Rangers, 6-0. Coyotes over the Kraken, 5-4. And the Devils over the Sharks, 3-2 in a shootout. Sunday, Red Wings over the Golden Knights, 5-2. Blackhawks over the Predators, 2-1 in overtime. Wild over the Islanders, 5-2. Ducks over the Blues, 4-1. And the Canucks over the Stars, 6-3. And then last night, the Rangers over the Panthers, 4-3 to hand the Panthers their first regulation loss. Capitals over the Sabres, 5-3. And the Kings over the Maple Leafs, 5-1. I don't have time for the gambling segment for hockey. We're just going to go through the game. 7 o'clock Senators, Bruins, Kings, Canadiens, Hurricanes, Lightning, Panthers, Devils, 7:30 Oilers, Red Wings, 8 o'clock Blues, Jets, 8:30 Penguins, Blackhawks, 9 o'clock Sharks, Flames, 10 o'clock Ducks, Canucks, and Kraken, Golden Knights. All right, college basketball begins today. It's a very massive window of games for tonight. And if it's involving two teams between Division I opponents, I will absolutely give out lines and such. 3:30 or 3 o'clock on the Pac-12 Network, Alcorn State and Washington State. The projection for this is Wazoo 35.5. And it is 26.5. I'm going to lay it with Washington State. Next up, Manhattanville, Manhattan. 4:30 Fox Sports 1. Mount St. Mary's at number 4, Villanova. Oh, boy. This is going to be a route for sure. I would say Villanova projection 43. And it's 22.5. I'm going to lay the big wood with Nova. 5 o'clock, Bob Jones, Wofford, UC San Diego, and Cal. I am going to go let's see here. My projection here would be, let's see. I would project a big favorite for Cal here. You know what? Whatever projections I don't have, I'm just not going to do. I apologize, guys. It's just don't have a lot of time. So I'd project Cal by a lot, and Cal's favored by 15. So I guess I would just lay it with Cal. So that projection would be 22, so I would lay it with Cal. 5 o'clock, Bethune-Cookman and South Florida. That projection I don't have in front of me. 6 o'clock, ESPN2, Akron at number 17, Ohio State. I'll just do picks against the spread and such. Bethune-Cookman, South Florida. I would take probably South Florida. Akron, Ohio State, I'd lay it. Mary Baldwin, Winthrop, skip. St. Mary's, Maryland, Morgan State, skip. Southern Illinois, Little Rock, skip. Although that has a line. I'll take Little Rock and the points at home. Brescia, Middle Tennessee, skip. St. Peter's, VCU. I don't have that line in front of me because New Jersey. Big Ten Network, Eastern, Michigan, Indiana. Indiana's laying 24.5. I'll take Eastern in the points. 6:30, Central Connecticut at number 24, UConn. UConn's laying a whopping 31.5. I'd lay it. Emerson and Henry and Radford, 6:45. IUPUI and Butler. Butler's laying 25.5. I'd lay it. From Madison Square Garden, 7 o'clock on ESPN, number 3, Kansas against Michigan State. Kansas is favored by 4.5 points against Michigan State. I'll take Michigan State in the points. Bellarmine and Purdue. Whatever I have lines in front of me for, I'll just take and whatnot. I just don't have much time, or else I would have went all in on opening night. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise tomorrow we'll have them. Texas Southern, number 13, Oregon. I'll lay the 21 with Oregon. SEC Network, Eugene Martin at number 18, Tennessee. I'd lay the 35 with Tennessee. ACC Network, Loyola Maryland at number 19, North Carolina. I'd lay it with UNC. Quinnipiac at number 21, Maryland. I'll lay it with Maryland. Siena against number 23, St. Bonaventure. I'd lay it with Bonaventure. St. Joseph's Bay, New Hampshire. Georgetown, Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky. Wheeling, Suit in Northern Kentucky. Emerson, Merrimack. District of Columbia, Howard. Mid-Atlantic, Christian, Hampton. Hartford, Wagner. Bruton, Parker, Georgia State. Carlo, VMI. Rutgers, Camden, Princeton. North Greenville, Furman. Belmont, Ohio. Belmont's favored by 3.5. Oh, my God, I love that one. Regis College and Holy Cross. Actually, that's actually a pretty good game, Belmont, Ohio. Cairn, Delaware State. Lake Erie, Wright State. NCAT, UNC Greensboro. Greensboro's favored by 9.5. I'd lay it. Revere, Lee, Maslowell. Johnson, Will, Charleston Southern. Oakland, West Virginia. WVU's favored by 17.5. I'll take the Mountaineers. Northeastern and Colgate. I am taking Northeastern in the 8, and I think they potentially win that game outright. SC Upstate, South Carolina. South Carolina's favored by 23. I'll lay it. FIU, Georgia. I'm taking FIU in the points. I don't think Georgia's very good. That's a potential upset. NC State, East Carolina. East Carolina's favored by 20. I'd lay it. Evansville, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 9.5. I like Cincinnati a little bit. Not a lot. NC Central, Richmond. Richmond's favored by 27. I'd lay it. BU, Rhode Island. I kind of like BU to cover to 10.5. Portland, Arizona State. Zona State's favored by 24. I'd lay it. Vassar, Yale. Morehouse, Harvard. Salve, Virginia, Brown. UIC, Dayton. Dayton's favored by 15.5. I'd lay it. Delaware, Davidson. Davidson's favored by 6.5. I'll take UDel in the points. Stony Brook and George Mason. George Mason's favored by 3.5. I'd lay it. Towson, Albany. Albany's favored by 2. I'll lay it with Albany. Lafayette, Syracuse. I'm laying the 22.5 at Syracuse. Citadel, Pitt. Pitt's favored by 10.5. I'd lay it with Pitt. Presbyterian, Clemson. I'd lay it 18 with Clemson. Trinity Baptist, Jacksonville, Bombers, Charlotte, no line. Fairfield, Providence. Providence favored by 14.5. I'd lay it. Ryder, Duquesne, no line. App State, Iona. Iona's favored by 6. I'll take App State in the points. Why not? Ball State, Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern's favored by 2.5. I'll take Ball State in the points. Toledo, Valpo. Toledo's favored by 4.5. I'll lay it with Toledo on the road. Fisher College and Bryant, 7:30. Florida Memorial, Stetson. Miami of Ohio, Georgia Tech. I'll lay the 10 with Tech. LSU Alexander, Stephen F. Austin. Florida National, Florida Gulf Coast. Ferrum, Coastal Carolina. Texas State and Incarnate Word. State's favored by 13. I lay the 13 with State. Sunny New Paltz and Army. Earlham, Purdue, Fort Wayne. Asheville, UAB. UAB's laying 16.5. I'll take Asheville in the points. That's a lot. William Peace and Campbell. UMBC, UMass. Oof. I'll take UMBC in the points. New Orleans and Ole Miss. Miss is favored by 23. I'll lay it. Cornell, Binghamton. Binghamton's a 1-point favorite. I'll lay the 1 at home. Canisius and Miami. Miami's favored by 15. I'll lay it. Niagara, Xavier. Xavier's favored by 6. I'll lay it. Bowling Green, Western Carolina. Bowling Green is 9. I'd lay it. Mississippi Valley State and St. John's. St. John's is laying 43.5. That's way too many points. Give me the dog to at least cover. They won't win, obviously. 8 o'clock, Big Ten Network. Jackson State, number 11, Illinois. I'd lay the 29 with Illinois. Tennessee Tech at number 12, Memphis. Memphis is favored 28. I would take Tech in the points, the cover. Hopes for number 15, Houston. Houston's favored 19. I'll lay it with Houston. Mercer at number 16, Arkansas. Arkansas is favored by 19. I'd lay it. Morgan State, number 22, Auburn. Auburn's favored by 15.5. Ooh, that's a good number. I think that's right. I'd probably lay Auburn. Spring Hill, South Alabama, Tennessee State, and Alabama A&M favored by 2 at home. I'd lay it. Bridgewater, Virginia, Norfolk State. Southeast Louisiana, Tulane. Tulane's favored by 15.5. That's a lot of points. I'll take the other side, the cover. Cumberland, Tennessee, and Murray State. Alabama State, Western Kentucky. Western's favored by 25. I'll lay it. Maryville, Sanford. Tennessee Southern, Austin Peay. Shenandoah, High Point. William Carey, Southern Miss. Nichols, Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa's favored by 12. I'll lay it. Southeast Missouri State, Missouri State. Missouri State's favored by 16. I'd lay it. Texas Arlington, Oklahoma State. Oak State's favored by 18. I'd lay it. Indiana State, Green Bay. I'd lay. Actually, no. I'd take Green Bay at home. Wilmington, Illinois State. I'd lay the 5 at Illinois. Newman College, Drexel. St. Francis, Brooklyn, Wisconsin. Wisconsin favored by 25. I'd lay it. Eastern Illinois, Northwestern. I'd lay the 23.5 with Northwestern. Western Illinois, Nebraska. Nebraska's favored by 16.5. I'll take Western Illinois in the points to cover. UMKC, Minnesota. Minnesota's favored by 8. I'll take UMKC to cover. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Creighton. Oh, that's high. I'll take Pine Bluff to cover. Yale, Monroe, LSU. LSU's favored by 20. I'd lay it. Elon, Florida. Florida's favored by 19. I'd lay it. Maryland, East, or St. Joe's. Joseph's favored by 22. I'd lay it. Sacred Heart, LaSalle. I'd lay it 8 with LaSalle. Francis, PA, and George Washington. I'd lay it 5.5 with George Washington. Lutheran and A&M, Corpus Christi, McNeese, SMU. I'll take McNeese in the points to cover. Northwestern State, Oklahoma in the points. A&M International and Rio Grande. Albion Christian, Utah. I'd lay the 9.5 at Utah. Wiley, Lamar, St. Thomas, Minnesota, and Chicago State, no line. Pepperdine, Rice. I take the 7 with Pepperdine. Columbia, Fordham. Fordham's laying 9. I take the 9 with Columbia. Coppin State and Loyola, Chicago. Loyola, Chicago, it's a big number, but I'll lay it. Bucknell and NC State, I'd lay it at NC State with the 23. Maine and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's favored by 26. I'd lay it. Dartmouth, BC. I'd lay the 12 at BC. Jacksonville State, Wichita State. Wichita's favored by 7. And a half. I'd lay it. North Florida and Texas Tech. Texas Tech's favored by 23. I'd lay it. Central Arkansas and St. Louis. I'd lay the 22 at St. Louis. Birmingham Southern and Lipscomb. Kennesaw State, Iowa State. Iowa State's favored by 16. I'd lay it. Hastings and Omaha. Milwaukee, North Dakota. I'd lay the 7. Milwaukee on the road. Concordia, North Dakota State. Marist American. I'd lay the 3 at the American. Central Michigan and Missouri. I would take Central in the points. Co-College and Drake. Oklahoma Christian, North Texas at 8:30. West Florida, Louisiana. Carver College, Troy Harding, Arkansas State, Trinity, Texas, UTSA. Fox Sports 2, SIU, Edwardsville, and Marquette. I'd take Marquette laying the points. 9 o'clock, Dixie State, number 1, Gonzaga, lay the 40 with Gonzaga. Houston Baptist, number 5, Texas. I'd lay the 33.5 with Texas. SEC Network, Louisiana Tech, and number 14, Alabama. I'd lay the 11.5 with Bama. ACC Network, Navy, at number 25, Virginia. Virginia's favored by 14. I'd lay it. Cal State, Northridge, and USC. Pac-12 Network, USC's favored by 24. I'd lay it. UC Irvine, New Mexico State. Ooh, that's a good game. I would take Irvine in the points, plus the 5. West New Mexico, Utah, West Colorado, Weber State, Pasadena, Southern Utah, East Oregon, Idaho State, Grambling, Grand Canyon, Utah Valley, Boise State. I'd lay the 15 with Grand Canyon, and I would lay the 14.5 with Boise. Fullerton, Santa Clara, I would lay the 8 with Santa Clara. Southern Louisville, lay the 25.5. Regis University, Denver, 9:15. Bradley, South Dakota State, I'd lay the 11 with South Dakota State. Number 10, Kentucky, number 9, Duke. Duke's favored by 1 at MSG. I'd lay the 1 with Duke. It's as simple as that. Coach K doesn't lose the openers. UC Davis, Utah State. Dixon State, Montana. Oral Roberts, Colorado State. Colorado State's favored by 12.5. I'd lay it. Westcliff, Cal Poly at 10 o'clock. Tarleton, Stanford. William Jessup, Sacramento State. Montana State, Colorado. I'd lay the 12.5 with Colorado. UC Riverside, San Diego State. I would lay the 13.5 with San Diego State. Eastern Washington, Nevada. I take Eastern Washington in the points. That's a lot. Fresno Pacific, Fresno State. Longwood, Iowa. 10 o'clock, Big Ten Network. Iowa's favored by 20.5. I would lay it, but I don't feel great about it. San Fran State and Cal Baptist. Chattanooga, Loyola Marymount. Marymount's favored by 8. I'd take Chattanooga. Cleveland State, BYU. BYU's favored by 13.5. I'd lay it. Prairie View, St. Mary's. St. Mary's favored by 18. I'll take Prairie View in the points. Northern Illinois and Washington. Washington's favored by 19. I'd lay it. Laverne and San Diego, skip at 10:30. Portland State, Oregon State. Oregon State's favored by 14. I'd lay with Oregon State. Northern Arizona, Pac-12 Network. Arizona's favored by 24. I'd lay it. Or 25. I'd lay it with Arizona. LAUS, San Francisco. San Francisco favored by 20.5. I'd lay it with San Francisco. And 11 o'clock, Pac-12 Network. Cal State favored Bakersfield, number 2, UCLA. UCLA's favored by 22, and I'm going to lay it with the Bruins. I know that was a very quick pick segment. I'm sorry I don't have a lot of lines in front of me, but again, I promise I will tomorrow. All right, now I'm going to recap the last day of the Major League Soccer season, or I should say the regular season, as the postseason will be starting sooner rather than later. So for decision day, Orlando over Club Football Montreal 2-0. Columbus over Chicago 2-0. Atlanta over Cincinnati 2-1. Nashville Red Bulls 1-1 draw. Miami over New England 1-0. NYCFC and Philly 1-1 draw. DC United over Toronto 3-1. Colorado over LAFC 5-2. Galaxy and Minnesota 3-3 draw. Portland over Austin 3-0. San Jose Dallas 1-1 draw. Salt Lake over Kansas City 1-0. And Vancouver and Seattle 1-1 draw. All right, now I'm going to quickly look at the results from the weekend's golf tournament, which was the I want to say it was the Worldwide Technology Championship. And it was. All right, your winner with 23 under is Victor Hovland. Second, Carlos Ortiz, 19 under. Third, Justin Thomas, 18 under. Fourth, Scotty Scheffler, 17 under. Tied for fifth at 16 under, Joaquin Neiman and Matt Wolf. Tied for 7th with 15 under, Danny Lee, Andrew Landry, Abraham Answer, Sergio Garcia. Tied for 11th with 14 under, Seamus Power, Maverick McNeely, Taylor Gooch, Brendan Todd. Now I'm just going to go through notables because no time. Tied for 15th with 13 under, Troy Merritt, Dylan McCarthy, Aaron Weiss, Mike Thompson. Tied for 22nd with 12 under, Adam Long. Tied for 27th with 11 under, James Hahn, Ryan Palmer, J.J. Spawn. Tied for 33rd with 10 under, Sub Straka, Brett Horschel, Hudson Swafford, Charles Howell III. Tied for 40th with 9 under, Ricky Feller, Tyrell Hatton, Justin Rose. Tied for 45th with 8 under, Joel Dahman, Tony Finau, Tyler Duncan, Henrik Norlander, Alex Loren, Doc Redmond, Charles Schwartzel, Brendan Haas, C.T. Pond. Tied for 56 with 7 under, Taylor Hogue, Ryan Henley, Keith Mitchell, Patrick Reed, Patton Kazir, Adam Hadwin, Brent Snecker. Tied for 64th with 6 under, Adam Putnam, Vincent Willey, Matt Fitzpatrick. 69th with 5 under, Brendan Steele. 70th with 4 under, Keegan Bradley. Among those cut, Roger Sloan, Harold Varner, 30, and Poulter, Rory Sabatini, Russell Knox, Luke List, Jonathan Vegas, Gary Woodland, Shane Lowry, Matt Jones, Bryce Garnett, JT Potson, Lucas Donald, Kyle Stanley, Cam Triangle, Pat Rogers, Brooks Koepka, Richie Wierenski, Scott Stallings, Mito Pereira. All right, this was the finale weekend of NASCAR as that season came to a close on Sunday as they all raced from Phoenix. And we will go over the Truck Series results first. The race results. First, Chandler Smith. Second, Stuart Friesen. Third, Ben Rhodes. Fourth, Sheldon Creed. Fifth, Zane Smith. Sixth, Christian X. Seventh, Jonathan Hunter Nemechek. Eighth, Todd Gilliland. Ninth, Carson Hocevar. 10th, Austin Hill. The rest, Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, Grant Effinger, Tyler Ankrum, Derek Kraus, Chase Purdy, Haley Deegan, Drew Dollar, Ryan Truex, Jack Wood, Dean Thompson, Will Rogers, Jordan Anderson, Willie Allen, Ty Dillon, Austin Wayne South, Chris Hacker, Danny Bone, Taylor Gray, Corey Roper, Spencer Boyd, Chris Wright, Tyler Hill, Tate Fogelman, Tanner Gray, Lawless Allen. All right. And your Truck Series champion for 2021. Ben Rhodes. Second, Zane Smith. Third, John Hunter Nemechek. Fourth, Matt Crafton. Fifth, Sheldon Creed. Sixth, Stuart Friesen. Seventh, Todd Gilliland. Eighth, Chandler Smith. Ninth, Austin Hill. 10th, Carson Hocevar. The rest, Grant Effinger, Johnny Sauter, Derek Cross, Austin Winsfeld, Tyler Ankrum, Ryan Truex, Haley Deegan, Tanner Gray, Chase Purdy, Tate Fogelman, Christian X, Danny Bone, Parker Kligerman, Spencer Boyd, Corey Roper, Chris Wright, Timmy Hill, Raphael Lester, Jack Wood, Dawson Cram, Tyler Hill, Timothy Peters, Spencer Davis, Ty Majeski, Jennifer Jo Cobb, Drew Dollar, Cody Robar, Brent Holmes, Jordan Anderson, Taylor Gray, Kaz Gralla, Corey Heim, Norm Benning, Lawless Allen, Paul Menard. And it keeps going on and on and on. We'll just go to the top 50. Keith McGee, Howie DeCiavo, Bailey Curry, Clay Greenfield, and Camden Murphy. That's your top 50. And now the Xfinity results from Phoenix. And your winner of the race, Daniel Hemrick. Second, Austin Cindric. Third, Harrison Burton. Fourth, Riley Herbst. Fifth, Justin Haley. Sixth, John Hunter Nemechek. Seventh, Brendan Jones. Eighth, Brett Moffitt. Ninth, Justin Allgaier. 10th, Sheldon Creed. The rest, Michael Lynette, Noah Gregson, Sam Meyer, AJ Allmendinger, Dylan Lupton, Blaine Perkins, Ryan Sieg, Jeremy Clements, Matt Snyder, Brendan Brown, David Starr, JJ Yeley, Jeb Burton, Tommy Joe Martin, Sage Cram, Kyle Weatherman, Kyle Sieg, Ryan Vargas, Matt Mills, Alex Labb, Bailey Curry, Josh Williams, Jay Buford, Stephon Parsons, Joe Graff Jr., and Jeffrey Earnhardt. All right, and now the driver points. Your winner of the championship, Daniel Hemrick. Second, Austin Cindric. Third, Noah Gregson. Fourth, AJ Allmendinger. Fifth, Justin Allgaier. Sixth, Justin Haley. Seventh, Brendan Jones. Eighth, Harrison Burton. Ninth, Matt Snyder. 10th, Chad Burton. The rest of the top 50. Riley Herbst, Jeremy Clements, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Teague, Michael Annette, Brandon Brown, Josh Berry, Josh Williams, Alex Lav, Tommy Joe Martins, Brett Moffitt, Landon Castle, Jade Beaver, Kyle Weatherman, Sam Meyer, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Joe Graf Jr., Matt Mills, JJ Yaley, David Starr, Colby Howard, Jesse Little, Craig Golding, Andy Lawley, Preston Partis, Santino Ferrucci, Stephon Parsons, Mason Massey, Blaine Perkins, Brandon Godvic, Cody Ware, Colin Garrett, Ryan Ellis, Sage Karam, Garrett Smithley, Jason White, Chad Fincham, Dexter Bean, and Matt Jaskell. And now the Cup Series race. And your winner, Kyle Larson, as he also wins the championship as well. Second, Martin Truex Jr. Third, Denny Hamlin. Fourth, Ryan Blaney. Fifth, Chase Elliott. Sixth, Eric Almirola. Seventh, Kyle Busch. Eighth, Kevin Harvick. Ninth, Chris Bell. 10th, Brad Keselowski. The rest: Joey Logano, Matthew Benedetto, Cole Custer, Ross Chase, and Austin Dillon. Kurt Busch, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Preece, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Ryan Newman, Michael McDowell, Chase Buescher, Justin Haley, BJ McLeod, Cody Ware, Joey Gase, Josh Bleeky, Garrett Smithley, Corey LaJoie, David Starr, Anthony Alfredo, Chase Briscoe, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Quinn Half, Timmy Hill, and Bubba Wallace. And now where everybody finished after the season. I mentioned earlier, Kyle Larson, your winner after being suspended a year ago. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick rounds out the top 5. Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, William Byron rounds out the top 10. The rest: Kurt Busch, Chris Bell, Tyler Reddick, Alec Bowman, Eric Almirola, Michael McDowell, Austin Dillon, Matthew Benedetto, Chris Buescher, Ross Chase, and Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Cole Custer, Ryan Preece, Ryan Newman, Corey LaJoie, Anthony Alfredo, Quinn Half, James Davison, Jamie McMurray, Scott Heckert, Joey Hand, Mike Marlar, Chris Wyndham, David Reagan, R.C. Anderson, Shane Golobic, Ryan Eversley, Derek Cope, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, Kaz Gralla, Austin Cindric, BJ McLeod, Josh Bleeky, Ty Dillon, and Joey Gase rounds out your top 50 for NASCAR. We're going to skip news and notes today due to a lack of time. A lot of stuff has happened in sports over the past couple days. We just don't have time to get to everything, so we're just going to go right into the episode from last night of Dancing with the Stars. Interesting show last night. The theme of the week was Janet Jackson night, which was cool. First, the go was Jimmy and Emma. They did a cha-cha-cha dance to Escapade. You got a 32. Sonny and Sasha did a samba dance to All For You and got a 40. Melora and Artem did a Paso Doble to If and got a 40. Olivia and Val did an Argentine tango to Anytime, Any Place and got a 36. Cody Sherrill did a Paso Doble to Black Cat and got a 38. Amanda and Allen did a jazz to Miss You Much, got a 40. Amon and Daniela did a cha-cha-cha to Rhythm Nation, got a 35. And JoJo and Jetta did a salsa to Feedback and got a 39. And in the dance-offs, Sonny and Sasha with Jimmy and Emma did a salsa to Made For Now, the Latin version, with Daddy Yankee. The assigned judge was Bruno. And the winner was Sonny and Sasha. JoJo and Jenna and Olivia and Val did a rumba dance to That's the Way Love Goes and assigned Carrie Ann. And the winners were JoJo and Jenna. Melora and Artem and Amon and Daniela were assigned Derek Huff and did a foxtrot to again. And the winners were Melora and Artem. And Amanda and Alan and Cody and Cheryl were assigned Len and did a cha-cha-cha together again. And the winners were Amanda and Alan. Huff, Tinioli, and Amnaba voted to save Melora and Artem. Goodman did not vote, but would have voted to save Melora and Artem. And the couple that were eliminated were Olivia and Val. That really sucks for Olivia and Val. They did not deserve to go. Like, how are Amon and Daniela still in? How? That's ridiculous. I feel so bad for Olivia and Val. I think they did great. And it's just unfortunate. I mean, someone good just got voted off. And last week, somebody good got voted off. How in the world are Amon and Daniela still on? They're getting the lowest scores every week, but are not getting voted off. And I think Olivia and Val should still be there, and as should the Miz and Whitney. But no. But that's not in my hands. That's in the judges' hands, obviously. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day. Brought to you by FanDuel. Because I really didn't look at all the lines for today. But because tonight's the opening night of college basketball. Oh, do we have college football tonight? We do. Shoot. And I don't even have those lines out for you. So I sincerely apologize for that. So tonight in college football, we have on ESPNU, Buffalo and Miami. Miami of Ohio favored by 7.5. That's a lot of points. I'd take Buffalo. CBS Sports Network, Akron and Western Michigan. Western's favored by a whopping 26. I'll take Akron. 8 o'clock ESPN2, Ohio and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan's favored by 5.5. I'd lay that. And I'm actually going to make that my best bet, Eastern Michigan. That's 6.5 on FanDuel, actually. I'm going to lay it. Ohio's not very good. But obviously, I just did against the spread picks right there for you. So, there you have it. Best bet, Eastern Michigan tonight, minus the 5.5 against Ohio. So, there you have it for the show today. I'm sorry I was in such a rush that I promise tomorrow will be a better and bigger show. I hope you guys have a great day, everyone.